Who are we? We are the ones who step up for each other. I've got your back. You've got mine. Kindness, humility, empathy. It's not just talk. It's who we are. It's who we always have been. And no one can take that from us. The movement to bring it back, it started here. And here. And here. In school gymnasiums, community centers, the living room down the block. You'll be where? Okay, we'll be there. Who are we? We're the movement that will beat Donald Trump. Welcome. We're going to have to sweat for it. We're going to have to sacrifice and fight. We're going to have to lead. Everyone is going to have to lead with kindness, humility, empathy, and not just talk, but action. Action today, action tomorrow. Action until we win. And we will win if we do this together. It's who we are. It's who we always have been. Now let's show them.
Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday and welcome to our latest edition of Biden Brunch. I'm Courtney. I'm the digital organizing director here on the campaign, and I am really excited to be again here with Isha.
Hey guys, I'm the regional digital director, and Courtney, we gotta stop meeting this way. Or not, because we can't actually do it in person, but one day we'll be in person.
I know. It'll be really fun when we're doing these from the office with phone calls happening in the background and like not my parents' house. I think it'll be great.
Great, 10 out of 10.
So we are really excited to talk to you all today. We have Cisco joining us in a little bit. He is a regional organizing director in the Southeast region. And so he's going to tell you all about what's been going on with the organizing team and all of that fun stuff. But again, it's been a really busy week on the campaign. Throwing it over to Isha to tell us.
Guys, I got so much for you this week, as I do every week. But we kind of kicked off this week by welcoming the AFL-CIO into our team. So welcome and thank you for your endorsement. We also are so lucky to have the endorsement of Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf and all the members of Congress from Connecticut, including Congressman Joe Courtney, Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro, and Congressman John B. Larson. Saturday night, we won the Hawaii primary. Thank you all for voting, and thank you for practicing safe social distancing and making your voices heard. I will personally thank you all after the campaign is over with a vacation to Hawaii. So I'll be there in person to thank all of you for your vote. We also launched League 46 on Tuesday. This is focused on kind of getting our youth vote activated and excited and ready to go. There are so many of you out there that were already organizing, a lot of student groups out there, a lot of people already making calls for us, and who are eager to knock doors when we finally can again. So thank you and welcome. If you're watching this or if you're thinking of anyone who would be interested in joining, please go ahead and do so. It's just really just everyday people like me, like Courtney sometimes, and other young people as well. We also rolled out our policy for Americans with disabilities this past Thursday. We're really excited about this. Please go to our issues page on joebiden.com to read more about it. This is something that we're all very passionate about. We had a ton of events happening this week as well. Dr. Biden virtually traveled to Maine. And on Tuesday, Ohio organizing event with Sherrod Brown. We had an AIPE Heritage Month with Khizr Khan, Representative Barra, and Ted Lieu. And on Wednesday, the VP held another virtual event on the impact of COVID-19 in states with PA Governor Tom Wolf. We also hosted a Wind Down Wednesday event with Simone Sanders on Snapchat. So if you're not with us on Snapchat, you're seriously missing out. And we were joined again by Simone on Thursday with a Virginia Young Professionals event. And on Friday, we had a New Hampshire organizing event with Mayor Pete, and a Northeast Seniors event with Bob Carey, and an Arizona Seniors organizing event with Bill Nelson. So if you guys are sitting there wondering, wow, I really want to be part of all of this, please go to joebiden.com/events. I think it's also worth mentioning that this past week was a pretty difficult week for a number of reasons that should not exist. So, we're here, we're still doing our check-in calls, and we're just here for a healthy distraction, or if you're fired up and ready to get involved and kind of turn this country around, please definitely join us. And an easy way to do so is to just go to joebiden.com/events. But Courtney, we have a great week ahead of us, and I would love for you to talk more about that.
I know, it's a big voting week, actually. Lots of primaries coming up on Tuesday. So if you live in DC, Indiana, Maryland, Montana, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, where we live, Rhode Island, or South Dakota, Election Day is on Tuesday. We're encouraging everyone to vote by mail. So if you have your ballot, please put it in the mail immediately so that it gets there on time and your vote is counted. Really important to vote in these elections, but please, please, please make sure that you are safely voting. I put my ballot in the mail for Pennsylvania the other day, and I'm really excited about it. I voted for Joe Biden. It was so exciting. It's been a long time coming. So very, very exciting stuff. Then on Friday, the 5th, it is the deadline to request your Georgia absentee ballot. So for all those things, all your voting needs, you can head to joebiden.com/voter guide, and you'll get all the information you need. So really exciting stuff there. A perfect segue is that we also added new calls into the Action Center. Very exciting. Just keep on dialing. So if you are interested in helping anyone in any of those states and beyond, there are still states who haven't voted in the primary yet, and we want to make sure that their voices are heard. You can make calls. Just head to joebiden.com/call. We have those wellness check calls in as well. But you can call and make sure that people are returning their ballots too. So very, very cool things happening on the organizing end. And then, like Isha said, next week we are going to have a bunch of events that organizers all across the country are going to be hosting. And we are actually going to meet one right now.
No way. Who?
Yes. So we, like I said, are going to talk to Cisco today. He is a regional organizing director in the Southeast. So Cisco, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, thank you so much. So stoked. So glad to be here.
Yay! So exciting. So Cisco, we have an amazing audience of all these Team Joe supporters. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your time on the campaign. What's been going on?
Yeah, so I have been on the campaign since September of 2019. I have always been a big supporter of Joe Biden. When he announced, I was working on a congressional campaign out in North Carolina on a special election. And I saw some of the first early hires, and I saw one of the people they hired was Jennifer Sosa, who I worked with in the D-Trip in 2018. And literally every single week, I would give Sosa a call and be like, hey, as soon as this campaign's over, as soon as the special election's over, I want to head out to Nevada. I want to work with Joe Biden. What can I do? Just get me on this team. And I annoyed Sosa enough that she eventually decided to hire me. And after the congressional campaign in North Carolina wrapped up, I drove across country and went out to Nevada. And I worked in Las Vegas as the out-of-state volunteer recruitment coordinator. So we would recruit folks from my home state of Utah, Moab, where I'm from, Moab, a small town, the southeast part. We'd recruit folks from California, from Nevada, into Nevada. And after that, I went to Virginia, where I was part of a really, really scrappy team, about like 9 of us. It was a really fantastic experience because we got to see South Carolina results come in, which were just amazing. And then we were the first state called in Super Tuesday, and it was just like a really cool experience. Just get like a scrappy group of field folks, and like there's about 9 of us on the entire Virginia team, and we just like got after it, and it was really great experience. After that, I was the special projects director in Ohio, and then Corona hit. And then after that, since then, I'm back in my hometown of Moab, Utah, sitting in my parents' backyard currently, and we're working virtually. I'm now working from the southeast region of the United States, primarily focusing in Texas and South Carolina and Tennessee. And right now we're changing, to a virtual world where we're doing these virtual events now, and we're not knocking doors, and we're not making the direct voter contact phone calls that we used to do. And it's definitely been a fun adaptation, but it's certainly been a change.
Yeah, I can't imagine. How are your organizers? So you manage a group of
I manage 3 organizers, and they're a fantastic team. Shout out to Gabby Johns, Nick Nance, and Rachel Haggerty. They are fantastic. And a cool thing that we've been able to see, at least from a lot of my organizers and a lot of people in my region, just getting creative, having new ways to engage with volunteers, whether they be like fun happy hours or like there's an art sessions and trivia nights and just fun things to really create community meetings and just engage with our volunteers. As we do this, organizing in the state of Texas or something, even though I'm here in Utah or, Rachel's out in New Jersey. So it's been a interesting thing, and managing folks from when you're not around them has definitely been a bit of a challenge, but they're a fantastic team and they're all really self-sufficient. So it's been great.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys are scrappy and you're getting the job done, which is really exciting. I feel like, Isha, we need to add this as just like a standing question for all of our organizer friends. What has been your favorite virtual event that you guys have held?
We did a really cool Students for Biden event with Beto O'Rourke, and it had over 500 people, and Gabby Johns gave an all-time great field pitch, and it was just like super great energy, and Beto was fantastic, and like we've gotten like a ton of engagement from that one big event, and it was coordinated with a student leader from Texas A&M, and it was just like a really fantastic event that literally started the grassroots from a kid in Texas A&M who had an idea, and it grew into a 550-person Students for Biden Beto O'Rourke event, and it was just really cool to watch it grow, and we were really proud of that.
That was awesome. I watched that. Amy made her surprise.
Yeah, Amy made her little appearance. It was great.
Yeah, very, very cool. Well, I love all that. Sounds awesome. You guys are amazing, per usual.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Hot seat time. I don't have a fishbowl this week, though, guys. I just have rogue option. What? Can't do it. No. Don't worry. We'll figure it out. All right. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. First one. If you could meet and have dinner with any person who has ever lived, who would it be? Cisco, we're switching it up. I'm going to throw it.
Okay. I don't know. Like, I was thinking about it, like, off the top of my head, it'd be fun to be like Alexander the Great or like some of these historical. Well, then you'd have like nothing to talk to them. I wouldn't have anything to say to them. I think that'd actually be pretty boring. So like, I think I would like, I don't know. I think Bill Clinton would be a funny time. I think I'd have some good laughs. But I'm going to go James Carville, talk a lot of Democratic politics with him, the Raging Cajun. We're both big time college football fans. I'm sure it would probably turn into both of us yelling over each other, but I think it'd be a really, really like fun time. We're both very similar Democrats. So finally to James Carville, I think.
I love that. That's a good one.
Alexander the Great is in his grave somewhere, really upset. I think it would be Michelle Obama for me. I don't even know if I need to explain that. She's just phenomenal. I would just love to listen to her talk.
Yeah, agree. Have you guys seen Becoming yet on Netflix?
Yes.
No, I haven't yet.
It's so good. Definitely add it to your quarantine watch list for sure. All right. Next question. What is your favorite snack on the campaign trail?
Am I going?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've done a lot of rural organizing in North Carolina and Utah and in Nevada, and found myself on the road a lot. So I think sunflower seeds are like really an engaging snack that like you can like a perfect road trip snack. Keeps you busy, keeps you like attentive if you're driving from like Mesquite back to Vegas or something like that, which I did like a lot of times. So sunflower seeds were a pretty solid addition for my road trips.
It's a good one. Isha, what about you?
So mine has changed throughout this campaign. So shout out to the New Hampshire team, because we first started out by getting ice cream almost every day as inspired by the boss himself. And then we decided that wasn't sustainable, to say the least. So we actually pivoted, and as inspired by President Obama, we started eating almonds, like a lot of almonds. So that, I guess that would be my favorite right now.
Awesome. Okay. What Netflix character do you identify with most?
Netflix is good. Can we add HBO included in that?
Sure. Let's.
All right. Okay. Streaming show. Good question.
I thought you had.
I'm going Jimmy McNulty from The Wire. We're both Irish Catholic. We're both very self-confident, and we both have a inherent distrust for authority.
You knew that one. You were on it.
On that one. McNulty, and plus Detective McNulty would make a hell of an organizer.
He would be a great organizer. Yeah, agree. Isha?
If we can go out of the Netflix world, then it would be Amy Santiago from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We're both a little crazy, but in the best way possible. At least that's what we tell ourselves. And just really type A personalities that really want to just get things done. I love her. And she would also be a really good organizer. She kind of already is.
No. You guys are both great organizers. So if that's who you identify with, of course they would be great organizers. All right. Last one. Share a story about a fun or meaningful canvassing experience.
I have a pretty good one. I was in North Carolina when I first got there. I was like a regional, and I was the only person before we hired like more field staff out in this very rural county out in the swamps of like Robeson County, North Carolina, the southeastern part by like South Carolina border. And like one day I was out knocking doors, and I was like, Google Maps and Apple Maps are just, they do not, in some of those rural areas, like they do not line up with anything. So I was just like driving my truck down this dirt road for a long while, and I thought I found this house, and I went and knocked on the door, and he's like, "Oh, no, that's actually my dad. He lives across the river." And I was like, "Oh shit, like what am I gonna do?" And so then the guy's like, "Oh, I can just take you by boat." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh, I'll just take you by boat across the river." So I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll do that." And so we hopped in the boat, and like he was a very, very nice guy. We went all the way over there, and then we get over to his dad's house. His dad was a Republican, and he wanted like nothing to do with me. So I like took a boat ride for nothing, and like then the son was very nice. He just brought me right back. So yeah, sorry, bummer. So I took a big boat ride across the swamps of North Carolina just to get to a Republican who didn't like want me even to talk to him.
Oh my!
That was really funny.
That's an adventure. Isha, I hope your story is like maybe a little more safe.
Mine does not include a voyage via a boat, but this is actually back in 2016 after an event with the VP himself, just like in the middle of Pennsylvania. Right after the event, I went out and grabbed a packet, and as I was knocking doors and I was getting to the end of it, I knocked on this woman's doorstep who was like, "I was just at like the vice president's event, and I'm so fired up. I'm so excited. How do I do what you're doing?" And I gave her like the address of the office I had just come from, and she literally like grabbed her bag, walked out, went to her car, and went to go pick up a packet. So that's my favorite story because it's just, I think it's a great example of how fired up the vice president can get with people because he's so personal, but also how much fun canvassing can be. I mean, this woman was like, "Great, got it," getting my purse out and left. It was great. It was really exciting.
I love that. Oh, I wish we could canvas right now.
Agreed. But we can make phone calls right after this. There's a lot of phone calls to be made.
I know, it's true. Well, it's perfect canvassing weather though right now. So that kind of stinks. All right. That's it with those questions, but we have the lightning round. Don't worry. Okay. Isha, we're starting with you this time. Ice cream cone or snow cone?
Ice cream cone. I am a member of Team Joe.
Cisco.
Ice cream cone, easy.
Yep. Very quarantine specific question. Banana bread or sourdough?
I like sourdough, but it's worth mentioning that Courtney has been making really good looking banana bread. So,
yeah. I know. I like jumped on the bread making train for quarantine. I made focaccia last week. I've done some banana breads. I'm still like trying to figure out what recipe to use, which recipe I like best.
Well, they look great. So might change my mind there.
Let's go.
I haven't jumped into the bread baking trend yet. But I think just out of those two, I mean, sourdough is far more versatile. You can do sandwich, you can do toast. Banana bread is just like sweet breakfast. It's like, it doesn't go much farther than that, you know?
I hear ya. Okay. Would you rather get a button or a yard sign?
Button. So much more portable. But more than that, I would rather get a volunteer shift. Just putting that out there.
Correct. What about you? Go?
Unpopular opinion in the field world, big yard sign guy. I just like also grown up in a red state. And like, I really always loved just like putting up my Democratic sign to all of my Utah neighbors who most of them were not Democrats was always nice. And I just think that they're just fun. I don't know. I'm a big yard sign guy. Buttons are versatile when you're going to knocking doors, but
I hear you.
Final answer is yard signs.
You guys can all get both of those things at joebiden.com/store. Yard signs, buttons, whatever you want. Bunch of really cool t-shirts. Check it out. Okay, last one. Would you rather plank with RBG or do a spin class with Michelle Obama?
Spin class with Michelle Obama, so maybe we could have dinner afterward, but I actually don't think I could keep up with her, so it would be very embarrassing.
Oh yeah, Michelle would have whipped my ass in a spin class. I think planking RBG, I'm just not a cardio guy. No, not a fan at all. I'm planking with RBG.
I think it's a good option. Honestly, both of them are good options.
You can't go wrong.
All right. Well, Cisco, I know that you have a bunch of events today. Your organizers are probably calling you. So we are going to let you go. But thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks guys for letting me come on. I really do.
Yeah.
Bye.
It was so great seeing you. We have to have your organizers on soon.
Oh, yes, please. They're fantastic.
Yeah. All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys. All right, everyone. Just me and Isha again. Of course. Another fun week.
It's been amazing. And right after this, you guys can very easily make phone calls. I did it the last 2 weeks because Courtney initially made me, but turns out it was great. And it's a super easy thing to do. And honestly, it's a really great way to spend your time while you're indoors and safe.
Yes, absolutely. So head to joebiden.com/call to make phone calls. You can also go to joebiden.com/action to find all the actions that you can take while you're inside looking for things to do. Always a fun thing to do is to work to get Joe Biden elected. So we have just over 5 months. It's going to come so quickly.
But wow, did not need that countdown. And on that note, everyone,
get to work. We will talk to you next week.
Bye.